Good morning, colleagues. It's Wednesday morning, the 27th of May, and here is your video bulletin of information and updates on guidance of relevance to Children's Services Departments, brought to you by West Midlands Children's Services. # Team West Midlands. Not as much guidance or updates as there was in yesterday's marathon session. We'll get through this and let you get on with your work. We did cover the government's recovery strategy in some detail when it first came out. I can just let you know that's now been reissued, also now in Welsh. Borada, to everyone out there. Renamed. I'm not sure if it has been renamed or whether I just abbreviated it. I can't be quite sure because it doesn't tell you when it has been. But supporting children and young people with SEN as schools and colleges prepare for wider reopening. This was very much focused around risk assessments, but there is new updates to it around new information on recommended approaches that local authorities, educational settings and parents should follow for the return of children with education, health and care plans or complex needs without an EHC plan. That's on line 8 of the guidance spreadsheet. You might wish to review that, bearing in mind that schools are due to return next Monday or a fortnight after that. Collection of guidance for local government, not just children's services. This now appears to be being updated on a weekly basis where they're aggregating information. The two new updates this week that they've aggregated there are around 6,000 new supported homes. Big push being going on around ending rough sleeping, and there's a number of news stories coming out on there, and also reopening of high street and funding available for that. So again, not necessarily children's service specific. Advice for UK visa applicants and temporary UK residents. Again, a great opportunity here to mention the work being done by the Strategic Migration Partnership, WMSMP, in relation to keeping the advice and guidance updated, especially around language, and making sure that the updated guidance is there in that. The latest updates in relation to this particular item are around opening hours for visa application centres, the opening of visa and citizenship centres, also guidance on how to cancel a visa, and also changes that you may see in terms of at borders and so forth. Data, statistics and management information. The number of coronavirus cases and COVID in the UK, line 5 on your spreadsheet. It was updated yesterday at around 20 to 5. That allowed us to update our regional COVID cases breakdown, which is line 6 on your spreadsheet. I can inform you now that the number of cases regionally in the West Midlands has risen since we spoke yesterday, from 16,580 to 16,634, a rise of 54. Fortunately, the number of deaths in England has risen from 32,864 to 32,979, sad increase of 115. Again, usual caveats apply around data lag, particularly with it being a bank holiday. What else have we got for you today? So, data, oh yes, of course, now the weekly data we get it now coming through around the attendance in education early year settings. Just like then, it came rather surprised when it was actually available. This is for the information available on line 4 on your spreadsheet for the week between the 18th and the 22nd of May. The number of open settings is increased again slightly. Attendance now topping over 250,000 children and young people. The highest number yet of vulnerable children attending. Key worker children again has risen, and also the amount of teaching and non-teaching staff has risen. Not massive increases, because the increases that we've seen over the previous week has been there. Early years, more stable, less headline and attraction figures, in terms of attracting attention. But there is rising attendance. The settings are stable. We're approaching 90,000 children in those early year settings, around 11 to 12,000 of them vulnerable children, the rest being key workers. We're expecting that data will be ramped up over the coming weeks. What else have we got to you today? Yes, on our website now, which we'll come on to, is we now have a guest blog from Lorna Young at West Midlands Employers around their support. So again, we'll highlight today their specialist website, WM Schools, for HR advice in relation to the return to schools and any issues that may be faced there. Forthcoming attractions. I'll be doing a blog post or a video blog post. I'm not sure about the method, just yet relating to resources that were shared at ADCS Workforce, which forwarded on to us last week, and obviously we want to see that they get spread as widely as possible. We might do a shout out on that as well to workforce leads or other people that we see are relevant. So hope you enjoy that. A couple of other things is that there's been a very great increase in social media output in relation to return to schools or the wider reopening of schools, seemingly targeting parents and encouraging the return using soft methods. For the 1st of June, DFE helpline 08000 46 86 87. www.wmchildrenservices.org.uk is where you can find our guest blog, but there will be other updates on there as well. Go to news and events, and if you've got any questions or queries for us, info@wmchildrenservices.org.uk. And if anything comes in during the course of the day that requires your immediate attention, then we might highlight it via Twitter at WMADCS. Like it, retweet, share, whatever you do on Twitter. Stay safe, stay at home if you can, look after yourselves and each other. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.